Welcome everyone to my new video presentation on Solana price prediction. It is 17th of November 2023. Looking for discovering what is behind the current decrease in the market price action. As well, the market cap has lost 3.39% over the last day. Obviously, if you look at that number, it is not a big deal at all compared to our increases of the past couple of weeks. But I'd like to talk about Solana because it's down 12% at the moment, and certain things must be discussed with you guys. Make sure to subscribe to my main channel as well. Follow me on YouTube, hit the like as well. You can ask me questions in the comments area. If you would like to participate in my one-on-one coaching program, ask me questions about it, check it out. I'm going to talk about it at the end of the coaching. You can qualify for a free conversation with me on Calendly where I can explain you more about it. So let's get into the topic, guys. When we look into the trendings right now of the coin market cap, Solana is still ranked number 3. It is outperforming usually the altcoins, as I said in my previous videos, and the domination is heavy, which do not mean that there is no room for decreases or there is no room for volatility downwards at the time BTC is breaking certain support levels. We did had certain things that were approaching the markets in terms of why there is a potential price plummeting going on, because we have certain, actually 3 Bitcoin ETF spot applications which are approaching the date when the SEC must decide whether to reject, accept, or postpone. And this is sort of a way creating a level of uncertainty. On top of this level of uncertainty towards the BTC spot ETF applications, we have the organic and natural increases that we have printed with the outcome of such, which is always retracements. So let's get into the charts, guys, and see what's happening here with Solana. Obviously, no big deal across the long run, no big deal for medium term, and there's a little discussion for the short term, which might endanger some of the guys. So this is 1 hour candlesticks. You want to keep that in mind, and we have certain things going on approaching basically the technical analysis I've been putting together in my past videos. We're actually continuing with that. The major top has been established, and it looks more of a deviation, and I'm going to tell you why. The deviation is a market structure which allows basically traders to be trapped in a position that they're no longer able to exit without being liquidated or without being their stop loss touched. So this is the deviation structure necessity. It actually pumps, runs sideways, dumps, and then it just pokes up and comes back. There is a structure here, horizontally speaking, that holds the top of the market, and it deviates above. This deviation above is trapping a lot of the people. It traps people into new longs due to the fact that the market until the deviation has been increasing for a long period of time. So it creates the behavior of continuously longing, which is a specific type of action people fall into as a trap when it comes down to deviations. They keep longing just like they were doing for the past weeks. They will keep pushing and pushing, believing the market is continuing just like it went during the past weeks. Yeah, the whole structure has the ability to showcase that specific representation. Now, deviation is basically appearing in market rallies, in market bullish conditions, and in a such space which is most of the time controlled by the bulls. At the same time, we have the negative deviation that is appearing towards the bearish side, and then the bulls are reversing. So this is necessarily in order to catch some liquidity and trigger people. Imagine that during this whole movement as well that we had in the past, people started to short Solana. These guys have been caught off, and they were sort of a way either liquidated or their stop loss have been hit at the time we were breaking above this major top. So that is a very good approach for the market. At the same time, for the exchanges which are making good money by hitting your liquidation or stop losses, especially on margin trading, derivatives, futures with leverage. I'm addressing towards that right now because the big money is most of the time there. So they caught the guys that are shorting, and then they started the short from the top of the deviation. Now there is a very, very important signal here, the engulfing at the top, guys. This is a price action that is extremely strong. Unfortunately, Solana did an engulfing before that. right? So they did engulfing before that, and it kind of told us that the bears started to control the market. Yet what they did after that is they pushed Solana a little bit higher, and they did another very strong bearish indication on the price action with the engulfing on a deviation along the way with the past week's activity, the whole picture considering. Without putting together, there's many other ways to consider the market and running indications. Only these things that I just put together here are clearly telling us that the selling pressure is active and it's having the ability to dominate. I want to share with you the manipulation, guys. So the second structure appearing is clearly a manipulation, because in the first structure there's a lot of the traders that have started to short at the closing of the red candle. It's right there, right? So a lot of the people shorted when the red candle closed, and the markets were brought up a little bit higher than the previous week because that's where people set the stop losses, right? So there's the wick right there, the shadow, and the markets were brought up higher in order to take their positions out. So new people shorting here were taken out by this move. Now, obviously, you cannot repeat the same process as a market maker and exchange over and over again. You must dump it at some point and allow people to make their money. But the idea is that you're able to squeeze them out of their positions, and you're able to eliminate as much as possible out of the active ones that are having the ability to do. This is what happened with the day traders, with the swing traders of short term, with the scalpers. They get hit by that. With the ones that are shorting on longer term Solana, it's nowhere near to be any significant amount of people on the market at this stage, because no one wants to put themselves against the cryptocurrency performing like Solana in shorting position, unless they do it on a very short term. Now, when you do it on a very short term, they take you out by doing so. So you need to re-short basically when the new top appears, and it's no issue, because till this point, even right now, not only you make your money back, but you have a very, very good profit on board. I mean, from here towards your stop loss where you could have it, it was 4%. And then from the new short possibility towards the current price, it is 12%. So there is a big difference between 4% and 12%, and that is your profit on the table. It is actually 8% distance and margin for that. Beautiful, beautiful. We as traders, when we do day trading, we might get stopped out, which do not mean that in the next hour we don't have to reshort our position. Why do we get stopped out? Because the markets are having a strong ability, especially with altcoins, to manipulate it, bring the price action back in a radical way, and then sort of a way dump it. And sometimes they do this twice in a row, and then they just allow the movement to happen for the third time. It happens like that as well with the altcoins. With BTC, it do not happen because it has the ability to stay structurized much better, and it doesn't have that volatility index, which is favorizing basically the predictability for the traders. Beautiful. This is where we are at the moment. What about the next things? Well, there's this one thing that needs to be considered, is that we have been rejected here, short-term rejection on 100 days moving average. I would like to see the fight going right now between 200 days and 100 days, because we're actually trading in between and nothing is decided yet. I'm telling you honestly, nothing is decided yet. This is easily possible not to be the end of the retracement, easily possible. At the same time, there is room to revisit our major demand area, and there is another demand area right there. So $53, $54, there is a mixture of conjunctions and dozens of things related to the bullishness, dozens of things. Even to intermediate or advanced indications, there are dozens of things appearing that $53, $54, $52, $55, around that range, especially for spot, it is huge support coming in. That's pretty much all on the topic, folks. You don't have to be scared. It is normal. If you want to ride it up, you can definitely do that. But at the same time, active trading is performing by not leaving money on the table and taking advantage of every single movement. Of course, not in an 100% way, which is not possible. It's not possible, not even by the ones that are not humans. So the idea of maximizing and compounding is the big business, especially to prepare yourself for the bull market and have the proper knowledge on the topic, have the skills necessarily to increase your earnings and become financial free. What does it mean to become financial free is a personal problem for everyone, but there is a logic behind it. The logic behind is that we need significant amount of resources along the way with free time. If you have resources and you don't have free time, then simply you are pretty much blocked. You are pretty much blocked. Now, I don't pretty much enjoy that, and I would like to explain people that as soon as you are having a free time, you are starting to become, realistically speaking, rich people. But of course, resources of finance are needed because we are in a position right now in the world where things must be purchased as services, whether we talk about medical services, house care, housing, and transport and food and all these things, investments and predictability and education, culture, and so on, entertainment. Everything is costing, right? So we must have a good position in that. This is pretty much all in today's video for Solana. Make sure to follow me. I have many other videos coming out, including tutorials also about my trading. If you want to be part of the trading that I run, we have here our done-for-you trading, no prior fee, only commission from the profits we make. We perform the trading for you through API trading permission. It's very simple. Completely outsourced, and you pay the commission from the profits we achieve every 7 days. You pay that by yourself manually from the profits made. It's all simple. Just reach out to me. We can have a chat on this as well. If you think education is important, the one-on-one coaching option is here. Intensively, comprehensively, I'll take you by hand and teach you how to trade, guys. This is in a nutshell. Now, of course, the coaching has 3 stages. It has the live trading part as well. It has the exercises, the homework. It transforms anyone into a trader, which is my main activity as passion that I'm doing into working with people. I'm sure that you don't even have an idea how amazing it is to take someone from a job that pays 3 to 4 grand a month and take it basically to 12,000, 14,000 on average after 12 months for monthly, and make it as a full-time trader. What kind of fulfilling is when the person is thanking you? How grateful can you feel about the process? So again, if you think you might find yourself amazing in such position, then trading is something that can deliver to you. But you need the education. Obviously, there's many other ways to get yourself educated, but at the same time, this is what can I do for you guys. That's pretty much all. Have a good time. We'll talk to you soon.